Hey you guys, it's Britt. Tonight I am here to talk to you about some things that I wish I knew before starting my YouTube channel. Hopefully this video will help someone in the future or now or never, don't know, but if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so I realized that I have a really small footprint on YouTube. I just passed 6,000 subscribers, and that's not a super large audience, but since the time that my channel has picked up some traction and I've been growing, I feel like I have learned more in the past year than I did any other time. So there's not a lot on this list, but I think that the things that I'm going to go over are meaningful and hopefully it will help someone. I know that some of my subscribers have channels of their own, and I figured that I would just share with you guys stuff that I learned. Maybe this will be a video that I will do again a year from now or 2 years from now with some updated thoughts. But I wanted to get this out there because I think that it's important. So a lot of these, you guys just remember, these are based on my experience and where I'm sitting on YouTube. These might not apply to everyone, and they might not even apply to another 100 people. So if you guys look back at my earliest videos, you'll see that I really started my YouTube channel by creating a lot of beauty content based on what not to buy, you know, bad makeup that I owned. And the reason is because I knew from the time that I started my channel that based on what I was seeing, becoming a successful beauty guru, the chances were very slim. There were a lot of people trying to take a piece of this pie because they saw so many overly successful beauty channels on YouTube. But in my opinion, the tides are turning. People are tired of hearing about buy this, buy that, buy this thing, buy that thing. I think that that is done. And the really successful beauty gurus on this platform are going to be successful because they hit that wave and they've continued to ride it and they gain their popularity that way. If you are starting a channel right now, or if you started one in the last year or so, and you're not seeing the growth that you expected, and you're doing the typical beauty guru content, I think that it's going to be a really hard journey because I think consumers as a whole are just tired of having to tune into infomercials. I think that people want to see more vlog style content, or if it's a beauty channel, they want more of a mixed bag of what not to buy, and also getting to know the YouTuber a little bit more, and it not just being a pretty face telling people all of the things that they can spend their money on. When I think of typical beauty guru content, I think of the unboxings, the PR hauls, the full face of first impression type videos, the makeup collection videos. All of those are they're very much telling you what to buy. Look at all these amazing things. And I just think that people are tired of it. And when I also think of that typical beauty guru content, I also remember that there are approximately 100 videos uploaded on YouTube every minute. That's crazy. That's a ton of content. And if you're going to be doing the first impression of the new eyeshadow palette that came out from Urban Decay, or you know, a full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics, you are competing with so many other people that are trying to get to the place of like a Laura Lee or a Raw Beauty Christie. And I know that a beauty guru that I still watch is Bailey Sarian, and the reason that I watch her is because yes, she is a beauty guru, but she's not your typical beauty guru. She is sharing true crime stories, and that is a completely different avenue than what I think of when I think of a typical beauty guru on YouTube. And I'll be completely honest with you guys, there's not a lot of beauty content that I watch on YouTube anymore because I don't need someone to tell me what to buy. If there is something that comes out that I have really focused interest on, there are a couple of beauty channels that I will go over to and see if they've uploaded a video reviewing the product. And it's not only because I like the person, but I also trust their reviews. There really aren't many. But I think that having a shopping style beauty channel is going to soon be a thing of the past. And I think that people that are creating that kind of content and expecting numbers and growth are going to be very underwhelmed and disappointed once they figure out that they're spending all of their money to buy all of the new makeup products and they're not getting the traffic to their channels. I think people are tired of seeing that type of content. Okay, so the next thing is you have to get to a place where you don't compare your channel growth to the person next to you. Just because you're making similar content to someone else, you cannot look at that person's channel, and if they're growing, say they gained 500 new subs this month and you gained 100, you have to not compare yourself to other YouTubers who are creating similar content to you. It's a tough thing to do, I will admit it, but as soon as you can get over that initial hurdle of saying, well, I'm making similar videos, but I'm not seeing the growth, or I'm seeing the growth and this other person isn't, you have to realize that everyone's traction and their path to, you know, getting into the algorithm on a consistent basis is different on YouTube. And that's something that you really have to, you've got to learn how to trust the algorithm. And it's very, very hard, and it can be frustrating. I think a lot of people come onto YouTube expecting that they're going to make these, they're going to put out videos with the clickbait titles, or they're going to talk about someone that's popular and they're just going to get 500,000 views and people are going to want to stick around and support them. That's just not the way YouTube works. You have to be consistent. You have to realize that a large part of your time on YouTube is going to be filled with struggles. And if you don't learn to embrace the struggle and embrace the low times, you're not going to know how good it feels once people are actually being directed to your channel. Next thing I want to say is you need to be very cautious. When you're a small YouTuber, there will be people who contact you and they want to help you. There are going to be people who say, I really want to help you, let me be a moderator, or let me help you edit your videos, or let me send you ideas for videos. You have to be very, very cautious with people who want to help you on this platform. And I feel like I'm in a perfect position to share a personal story with you guys for anyone who hasn't heard it. When I first hit 1,000 subscribers, I had a lady by the name of Christine email me, and she said, hey Britt, I saw you just hit 1,000 subscribers. I know that you want to go live now that you've hit 1,000 subscribers, because I have been talking about that in videos, and I would love to be able to moderate for you. She told me a bunch about her background and I felt okay with it. I said, great, I'll rent you and we're going to go live. She was super helpful. I cannot knock her for not being helpful during my live streams. She was very interactive with the people that were there. You have to remember too, my first live stream, I think I had 25 people in there, and I thought that that was just like a large number, which it was for having 1,000 subscribers. It was awesome. So it was a small group of people. It was easy for her to manage and be interactive with people. And she continued to be a moderator for me. She also would send me 8 or 10 paragraph long emails. And in between me working a full-time job, trying to make content for YouTube, manage my social media, and also manage my real life, I never had time to write back paragraphs of stuff to her. And I would be inundated with personal stories of hers and how she was dealt a really hard hand in life. And, I felt bad for her. And basically, I won't tell you guys all of the little details because they're kind of pointless. But what ended up happening was she felt like she had full rights to me and that was it. She was going to be my only moderator. That was her game plan. What ended up happening was I also had 2 other subscribers who were in all of my live streams, and I felt like they would be great additions to my team of moderators because my lives were getting more and more popular as time went on. And I was super happy about it. And in order to take some of the pressure and responsibility off of Christine, I decided to add 2 more moderators, which you guys know today, Della and Amanda. They're both fantastic. So I added them, and then I let Christine know, just out of a courtesy. I said, hey, Christine, I've added 2 new moderators, so, this is kind of a team effort now. And that way, if Christine wasn't feeling well or, had some sort of something that she had to deal with, she didn't need to be in the live stream. I thought that I was doing a favor, She didn't like that. She took it as a personal insult, and things got very, very weird from then on out. I also shared this story in a live stream because a lot of my subscribers knew Christine. They were wondering, where is she? What happened to her? I shared this story that I just told you guys in that live stream to say Christine's no longer here, and that's the reason. This is the reason why. She filed a privacy complaint against that video with YouTube, and obviously, all I said was her first name, which she went by her first name on YouTube. You can look back at those old lives of mine and you can see her name. So either way, that privacy complaint went nowhere because there was no merit for it to go any further. So I wanted to share that story because me being a small channel and having someone contact me and say, I want to help you, I thought was a very nice gesture, but it ended up being someone who thought that they were going to, I don't know, kind of become like my number one person on my channel. She would also, she also had a YouTube channel, and now, hindsight is always 2020. When I look back at it, I realized that I think, in my opinion, what one of her motives was that she wanted to use my platform to push her channel and gain growth off of my subscribers. And she did gain a couple of subscribers because she would plug her own channel in my live streams. And, I never really cared about it, but now I can see that her motives were not pure, and she was not someone who just wanted to help me. So I would say keep your guard up, be wary of people who want to get close to you or want to try to help you. Nothing in life is free, and I think that that's pretty obvious, but just keep your guard up and go with your gut instinct. And if things feel like they're too good to be true, they probably are. Okay, so this next one should go without saying, but there will be people who do not like you for no good reason. And there will be trolls who come across your channel and decide that they hate you, even though they don't know you. Even if you think that you are playing by the book, you're doing really awesome on YouTube, you're making quality content, you're being nice to everyone who interacts with you, there will still be people who cannot stand your existence on this platform. So if I'm going to try to say this in a really nice way. If you are someone who gets offended easily, or if your feelings get hurt easily, YouTube might not be for you. You're going to have to realize how to decipher feedback from just someone not liking you and giving you all of the negative criticism just because they don't like you. And you're going to have to come up with your own process early on how to take feedback from people who genuinely care about you and your channel, and the people who are just trolling you and hate you and can't stand your voice or the way that you look. You're going to have to learn how to filter those people out and address the feedback from the people who genuinely care about you. But in order to do YouTube, I do think that you need to have somewhat of thick skin. And if someone leaving you a comment saying you're ugly is genuinely going to hurt your feelings or, you know, ruin your afternoon, then I would probably think twice or three times before you come onto YouTube and start your channel, just because there will be people like that very, very early on. The next thing is that you really need to focus on your core audience. There are people in my videos who, video comment sections, who comment on every single video. They always leave me a like. They talk to me on Instagram. They're constantly in my live streams. That is my core audience. And what you have to try to remember is those are the people that you need to focus your energy on. Because if there are 5 of them here now, there are probably 500 who just haven't discovered your channel yet. And as that tribe gets larger and larger, it's such an awesome feeling. You know, there are people who I know their avatars and I know their names, and they are my people. You guys are my people, and you know who you are, and I am beyond blessed to have such an amazing core audience and have people who will literally listen to me talk about any and everything under the sun and leave a comment for the algorithm. And you know, you guys have amazing conversations in my comment section, and I live for that. I love it so, so, so much. So I would say, to kind of piggyback off the haters, trolls comments, as much as you ignore those people, the ones that are actually trolling and just can't stand your existence, make sure that you are taking that energy and putting it towards that core audience. Even if it's only 5 people, those 5 people will grow if you continue to appreciate your subscribers and put out really, really amazing content consistently. And as far that's a good thing for me to go into the next point. As far as content, you need to figure out a plan, and the plan is different for everyone, but you need to figure out a plan of learning to make content that your core audience loves, while also putting in some content that you enjoy as well and you enjoy making. Because, and I'll use myself as an example, my videos on Without a Crystal Ball, the views are phenomenal. They're huge. However, I am not a Without a Crystal Ball commentary channel. There are a lot of other things that I want to talk about. So I have had to figure out for myself, how am I going to give this group of people what they want, but also make content that I enjoy as well. And I've, done my best to juggle it and make everyone happy, but you can't go overboard with the content that, your community loves, because if that was the case, my entire channel would be picking apart every little thing that Katie Joy does, and that's not what I'm on YouTube to do. So the last point that I want to really drive home here is that if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel because you need money, or you want to work from home, or you need a job and you think that this is something that would be able to make you, a fair income, if the money is the number one thing that you think of when you think of YouTube, do not start a channel, because it is, for many people, it can be years before they're monetized. And even once you're monetized, that monetization is so unpredictable. It's almost like playing the lottery, because you could do a whole month of videos that you think are, performing really well and all of that, but the AdSense could not match up with what you were expecting. And I always encourage people to not do YouTube full-time, just because with a full-time job, you're getting benefits and you're getting a work schedule and you're getting to collaborate with your coworkers in the office or, wherever it is that you're working. There are a lot of benefits to working a normal part-time or full-time job. I feel like YouTubers perform a little bit better when they are not relying on YouTube as their full-time income. When I see a YouTuber go from part-time to full-time, I usually will see a lot of desperation. I will see them starting up subscriptions when they have no right to be charging extra for memberships. I meant starting up memberships. Doing the whole Patreon thing when they're not doing anything that special over on Patreon, and they're just trying to feed into all of these different methods to get money from subscribers because they're relying on it as their full-time job. When you have the YouTuber who has a full-time income and YouTube is something that they're doing on the side, it's a completely different personality based on what I've seen. That's just from my seat. I'm not saying that everyone feels that way, but based on what I've seen, I see the desperation really kick into overdrive when they are wanting that bottom dollar to be as much as it can be. I see it through their content, through their attitude, through their relationships with their subscribers, and I usually don't like what I see, just being honest. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about in this video is the confidence factor. So I used to be very awkward. It took me a very long time to get accustomed to talking to a lens. It was a little weird, I won't lie to you guys. But if I was going to wait to start my channel until I felt comfortable, I probably wouldn't have a channel right now, because you're going to go through that awkward phase. You're going to go through that phase where you look back on your videos and you're embarrassed, or you feel like you said something stupid. So the only way to get comfortable is to actually start filming your videos and posting them. And with time, you will get more comfortable. But I always feel bad for people who say, oh, I'm nervous, I'm going to wait until I'm more comfortable. I understand maybe doing a few test videos, but if you're literally going to allow months and months to pass, I don't think that it's really going to shake out well for you. I think that this is something that you need to actively be doing, and the confidence and the comfortable factor will come with time as you continue to make more and more content. So I really hope that these were helpful for someone. I realize that YouTube is such an amazing thing to do, but there are a lot of hurdles and things that people might not necessarily consider when starting a channel. So coming from my small channel, I hope that maybe even one of these was helpful to someone who is considering starting a channel, or maybe you already started a channel and you feel frustrated or confused or not, sure what to do. So anyway, hopefully it was helpful. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.